How often do you two talk?
Talk about once in 14 days. I have the direct number to White House, but I don't really want to call him there because Melania is there, and I don't want to cause any kind of jealousy or something like that, because I'm basically first Trump wife, okay? I'm first lady, okay?
In her new memoir, Raising Trump, Ivana goes back to the beginning when her children were young.
What kind of a mother were you?
I was very strict, but I was loving. I love my kids.
You write, I believe the credit for raising such great kids belongs to me. Full
Yes.
credit?
Full credit. Donna was on the telephone making the deals. He was loving father, don't get me wrong, and he was a good provider. But he was not the father which would take a stroller and go to the Center Park or go and play to baseball with them. It was only until they were about 18-year-old he could communicate with them, because he could start to talk business with them. Before, he really didn't know what conversation to strike with the little kids.
At any point when you were married, did you ever think this man could be president one day?
Yes, Donald got a letter from Reagan, President Reagan, and he said, you should run for president. And I think he could do it if there would not be a scandal.
Marla Maples?
Well, I don't want to talk about the showgirl.
In fact, you don't even refer to her by name in your book.
Yes.
You just call her
Showgirl.
the showgirl.
Yes.
Was that the final straw?
Yes, that was. Because if your trust is broken, trust for me, it's everything.
The two of you have remained good friends. How does that happen?
Donald during the divorce was brutal. He took the divorce as a business deal, and he cannot lose. He has to win. So it took about 2 years, and after the final situation was straightened up, he was just talk, and we are friends.
Through a brutal campaign and tough first year in office, Ivana has offered advice.
Sometimes I tell him to just not to speak that much, okay? And tweets are the tweets. And I think I don't disagree with him because he has so much press against him. So if he says something, his words are going to be twisted immediately. If he tweets, the whole world can really get his mind and what is his in mind, and he can tell it in his own words.
When you read your book, you are all about kindness and manners. What about the fact that President Trump often uses Twitter to name call?
Well, the people are different. You know, I like the good manners.
How would you feel if your children put out tweets the way your ex-husband does?
I really don't know, you know, because my kids were always very good and I never needed to discipline them.
But if you heard your children call someone a loser, how would you feel about that?
I think they sometimes call the people losers. If they are losers, they are losers, okay? And I don't mind it.
And she's also given support through controversies like that leaked Access Hollywood tape.
He was not really disrespectful. He just jokes. Sometimes he says things which are silly.
Joking about grabbing women.
Okay, well, that was one instance, and I don't want to go into it.
Did you ever talk to him about it?
Not really, no.
And the president's recent decision to end the DACA program.
I'm immigrant myself, and Donald is building the wall. So I don't mind the immigrants and the wall, because you have to protect your borders.
So do you support President Trump on what he wants to do with DACA?
I really don't know. I would not send probably thousands of the kids which were born here, you know, but it's very political and very confusing, so I really don't have an answer on that.
And then there is Russia.
Donald has absolutely nothing to do with Russia, okay? And if Russia hacked, what it has to do with him. You know, he was running against Hillary Clinton, and America voted, and he won. Okay, that's the end of it.
I want to talk about Don Jr. because he has been caught up, so to speak, in this Russia investigation. Has he talked to you at all about that?
I know he was not involved in any wrongdoing.
Do you worry at all about Don Jr. and this Mueller investigation? Any concerns?
I have zero concerns, because I know that he didn't do anything wrong.
And as for criticism, Trump is reluctant to take advice.
He listens. He's a good listener.
Is he surrounded by anybody who will tell him you're wrong or that's not
Oh,
right?
absolutely. Ivanka is number one. All my kids are, you know, they're not afraid of him. A lot of people, they're afraid to criticize him. But my kids tell him exactly, you know, how they feel, and you take it or leave it. Sometimes he takes it, sometimes he leaves it, but he listens.
Other than her kids, Ivana says her proudest accomplishment is her work ethic. She says when she met Donald, he was making $70,000 a year, and when she divorced him, he was a multi-billionaire, and she says she contributed to, quote, every aspect of making Donald how successful he is. Raising Trump is out tomorrow. And she didn't ask the president for permission to write it, by the way.
Yeah, she said she has a direct line to the White House, doesn't use it much because she said, I'm the first Mrs. Trump, I'm the first lady. That was interesting.
She did say that. She said a lot, and the book is very interesting. She does not hold back.
That's apparent. All right, Amy, thank you.